Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3, and today I'm going to be giving you part 4 of What If Naruto was from all the clans and taken by Obito. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode over in Anime King 2 of What If Naruto Became the Boogeyman of the Elemental Nation, and enjoy that guys. And also, stay tuned for a brand new episode coming over Anime King, and yeah, if you're new, you have not misheard that. I indeed have 3 channels. Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post What If on every single day for you guys. Enjoy. Yes, you heard that correctly. Every single day. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. And yeah, links will be down in the description. Turn on that bell notification, stay posted. And yeah, without further ado, would you say begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last time we left off, as Lulu noticed something as she walked with Naruto and Ajisai, she created a paper blade as she stabbed it right through his stomach, but he poofed away, revealing that he was a clone as he had to move to find the real one, before he caused unnecessary damage. But Naruto met up with the team from his end, as he spoke with them after Gaara just committed a brutal act of, well, ruthlessness. Temari spoke, as she tried to, well, say that she was better just because Naruto complimented her on being a good kunoichi. As Naruto moved, he was just that fast, as she felt hits that were so powerful that her ear left her body. Karasu got crushed as Naruto destroyed before he knocked Conqueror away as Gaara attacked him, but Naruto jumped away from the attack. He took Temari fan and told Gaara that he would be away, as he would give her it back in the final part. So with that, he made his way as team. Kakashi was about to be attacked by Orochimaru until a gust sent him sailing away just like he did Sai. As Naruto faced the man, Orochimaru knew him of course, but he only met him once or twice. Orochimaru did not know exactly what was Naruto, but he was following that group, the Akatsuki, so it was wise not to be around him, not to mention they were always close. So they fought, and Orochimaru knew that Naruto was holding back on him, as Orochimaru was doing the same thing. As Naruto told him to retreat, it seems that Naruto did not want to kill him yet. So with that he fled as Naruto turned his sights towards Team 7. Sasuke spoke as Naruto started to beat the living crap out of him. Sakura begged him to stop as Naruto told her that she reminded him of himself when he was weaker. He then proceeded to beat the living crap out of her before he flashed her his eyes as she screamed as she passed out. Ino tried to take over Naruto's mind to stop him from killing Sasuke, which he was going to do. As Naruto stood there as Choji leaped forward, Naruto's strange knives shot from his sleeve as they stabbed into Choji as he collapsed to the ground. Ino screamed as her mouth started to foam as Naruto appeared behind Shikamaru and took his scroll. He then knocked Shikamaru out with a swift kick, after which he gave the scroll to Sai, who he found that was hiding. As Sai felt the presence as his whole body was shaking, being next to Naruto, it was unnatural. So with that they separated, as Naruto almost burned the rest of the teams, but lucky enough Ajisai came to stop him, along with Lulu that placed papers over him, as Naruto seemed to calm down. So with that they move. Less teams than they expected arrived toward the tower, because Naruto had slaughtered most of them using clones, as they weren't worthy of coming here. Lucky enough Team 8 had gotten by because of Hinata, Byakugan and Shino bugs, and Kiba knows they had gotten erroneous senses. But they just got into the exam. As Naruto spoke to the Jonin senseis, He made small, subtle remarks disrespecting each of the Jonin senseis in their own way, and not to mention their student, as Sasuke was pissed off as he was in benches. Sakura was out cold, even for the past few days, and Ino was unresponsive, as she seemed to be in a short coma, as Inoichi and his clan were trying to free her from it, still unaware of what Naruto did to her. As many people were pissed off at Naruto at the moment, but he seemed to enjoy it. So with that, they list the names as there was a little bit of competitors, so there are no need for preliminaries, as Naruto told Lulu and Ajisai to go ahead. So after that, Naruto came to the office he called the old man Jiji, as Hiruzen was glad that you remember, as the both of them spoke, as Naruto told him, as Sai had heard what he said about Itachi, as he asked him what he was about to do. After which Naruto was out of the village, as Hiruzen was kinder than he expected, as he already see the hate the moment Naruto stepped foot in this village, the amount of hate that was turned towards him. As Naruto calmly made his way, he then felt as he told Ajisai and Lulu to go forward. As they did, he was then surrounded by Root Shinobis, as Danzo needed to speak with him. It wasn't a request, as Naruto merely smiled. It was then that his hair lifted as he parted it, revealing his Mangita Sharingan, shocking them. So yeah guys, basically that's where we left off. You guys can switch across the place to check of yourself. So what used to begin this new episode? Remember to go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was the Boogeyman of the Elemental Nation. And also guys, stay tuned for those short tips coming your way, and also turn on that bell notification to stay posted. And without further ado, let's get straight into this guys. Naruto glanced around towards the four Root ninjas. He could tell that they were all at least Jonin level, judging by the amount of chocolate that they had in their body. They were still shocked by his Sharingan. How do you possess those eyes? One of them asked, his tone calm and bland. Well, considering that I am Uchiha, I suppose it's in my nature, said Naruto. That's more for a reason for you to come with us. We do not want to hurt you, the four of them said as they surrounded him. Hurt me, said Naruto. By all means. As Naruto started to unclip his coat that he was wearing. As he reached the last button before he removed it, he folded his cloak nicely, as he placed it right beside him on the ground. As he was wearing a tight black bodysuit underneath it, the shirt was sticked onto his frame, as it had no sleeves, exposing his tan, muscular arms. There were several markings over his arms. They weren't tattooed, they were seal markings. As Naruto had no other weapon on him from what they could see. As they scanned his frame, he had no other weapon. Give up, or we will have to take you by force. I was given permission from the Hokage to leave. So you're telling me that Danzo is above the Hokage? This does not concern you. You have 5 seconds. 5. Well then, said Naruto. 4. Try your best. 3. But I would not advise it. 2. After all, 1. You'll all be dead very soon. The first one to his right flashed towards him, as he reached out to grab Naruto to incapacitate him. His orders were to subdue, not to kill. As the captain of the group stood there watching, his hand reached towards Naruto before he balled a fist with his left arm as he drove it towards the blonde's gut. The fist did not make contact. Instead, said arm was removed. The ANBU screamed in pain, as despite them being emotionless robots, they still felt pain. The captain was stunned. There was absolutely no weapon on the Uzumaki, so what was that? It was then that he saw the 4 knives that just seemingly appear out of nowhere, as they stuck in said arm that they removed. As the ANBU gripped onto his stump that was bleeding badly, another one flashed behind Naruto with its blade, making sure that he wouldn't kill him. As Naruto moved, the blade passed his face as it came down, striking the ground. The man then turned and brought it up. As Naruto turned his body at a strange angle as his hand touched the ground, both hands to be exact. As the ANBU was focused on his hands and his face, not focused on the feet that came afterwards. The man's skull impacted with the earth as Naruto's feet decimated it. The third one, seeing Naruto's weird position, rushed in to end this once and for all, as he had a Conan in his hands. He launched it. As Naruto materialized one of those knives once again as it knocked the Konan away. The captain was now certain he was summoning those weapons, but from where? The man rushed through hand sign, wind style, as Naruto tossed one of the knives. Gale palm! But to his absolute shock, the attack never exploded outwards. Instead, it was drawn into said knife. As the knife was yanked back towards Naruto as he caught it, he then made a slashing motion as the man jumped, but the Gale palm came out with such unbelievable force. He wasn't fast enough as his left leg was cleanly cut off. The one that Naruto had smashed in the ground got up and grabbed onto his ankle. As his blade was pushing to stab Naruto through the stomach to incapacitate him, he had a Kyuubi he could heal. As one of those knives came and stabbed through his left palm, pinning it down to the ground. It was then that Naruto crushed his wrist as there was a popping sound causing the man to whimper in pain. The captain watched as the one that lost his arm moved in, still ready to continue to fight. But Naruto spun as he jumped into mid-air, his foot cleaving through the air as it slammed into the man's skull. The man's head cracked into the ground like the other one. It was then that Naruto felt the sensation as the captain appeared behind him with much greater speed. You left yourself open. It's over. As the captain brought his hand down, there was a seal right on his palm, as he was about to make contact, but before he could, his hand was shredded by those knives, as he wasn't paying attention to the knives on the ground that were recalled by Naruto, and they were so fast. The seal on his hand surprisingly faded away after the knives made contact. The captain staggered back as he reached to pull the knives out, but Naruto's fist cracked into his stomach, causing the man to step back as he puked out blood because of the force under his mask. But Naruto did not stop as he jumped and knee the man right in the face, cracking said mask. He then dropped as he gripped the man's face and lifted him off his feet and slammed his skull into the ground as blood started leaking from the back of his head. The said knives pulled from the man's palm and stabbed into his chest, pinning him to the ground. As Naruto then went through hand sign. Fire style, he said. The three disabled ninjas looked up, as all of them were in a state of absolute pain and agony. Crimson death, said Naruto. Red flames just like before spewed from his mouth. It took on the shape of a wave. The ninjas could only scream as their bodies were reduced to nothing but ashes. As Naruto stood there calmly, the captain was confused. He could not feel his chakra anymore. One moment he had so much chakra to spare, now it was all gone. The knives right on his chest still remained there as Naruto stood over him, looking at the man's face as he coughed up blood. I told you, said Naruto. But did you listen? No. So you pay the consequences. I would send you back to inform Danzo, but I can't have anyone knowing about me just yet. I've remained a secret till now. But just to piss him off, I would send you back. But Danzo is a crafty person, and I've been told not to underestimate him. So I will not, said Naruto. As Naruto had shifted the knives, started to dig deeper in the man's flesh as he screamed out. I suppose there's no point in torturing you. You're just an empty, emotionless robot, and I already know what Danzo wants, said Naruto. So, as Naruto gripped the man by the throat and started to squeeze, Naruto watched with an empty face as the light slowly left the man's eyes. Afterwards, the knives returned back to Naruto as they just vanished into mid-air, like they were never there to begin with. Naruto Mangeto Sharingan reverted back to his normal Sharingan as he picked up his coat that had been undisturbed on the ground, considering that he had been fighting around it and not directly, in a way to affect it as he picked it up, brushing off the bottom before he placed it back on. He then removed all evidence that it was a fight here, as he jumped to the trees and he was gone. Moments later, as Naruto smiled, I appreciate you guys waiting for me. Are you alright, said Ajisai. Yes, I seem to be fine, said Naruto. Okay, let's go, said Lulu. As with that, the group made their way back to the hidden ring. Timeskip, Konoha. Deep. In the underground bases, Orochimaru currently stood in front of his partner at the moment. Yes, partner was a rather loose term, considering that they would betray each other without even thinking about it. So partner was not really the best term. They were more like people with the same goal in mind. Danzo wanted the leaf to be purge. First thing, he wants Sarutobi dead. And the loyalists that love Sarutobi. Because with them out of the way, well, he would be in charge. He had already set things up so he could be in charge. And once Orochimaru rained his attack on the leaf, and Sarutobi is declared dead, Danzo would have his roots, massacre every sound shinobi, and then kill Orochimaru as well. Once he served his purpose, he would die a miserable, painful death. But for now, they were working together, and Orochimaru wanted to see the leaf burn and Sarutobi dead. At the moment though, Danzo was angry. Why didn't you tell me you knew where the Kyuubi brat was? Well, considering that I didn't know, how should I tell you something I did not? He's constantly moving around, I have no idea exactly where he's located. Well, he came here from the Hidden Rain. I have lost my contact with Hanzo a long time ago there. And yet, it seems like Hanzo was the one that sent him here. So I'm not too sure about his motives. Oh, Danzo, I wouldn't trust him if I were you. I mean, if you have the opportunity to kill him, it's best if you take his life without even caring about the Kyuubi. Danzo narrowed his one gaze on Orochimaru. And why is that? That boy. He is something different. I cannot estimate how truly powerful he is, because our battles always get interrupted. But I assure you, just like me, he has nothing good planning for the leaf. I have already sent a squad after him for him to return. Well, let me guess. You have not heard anything from them. As Danzo did not reply, they're most likely dead by now. Next time you want to send your best shinobis. Otherwise, you will always fail. As I said, that boy is more dangerous than you think. Mark my words. Naruto Uzumaki will be a key player in what is to come. What? Said Danzo. As Orochimaru shrugged. I'm not sure, he said, but I just have a feeling. Now, if we're quite done here, I must go. After all, I have an invasion to plan. With that, Orochimaru slipped into the darkness. Your death will come very soon, Danzo thought. It's only a matter of time. As Orochimaru smirked to himself. Danzo really believed that he trusted him. Well, they didn't trust each other, because they knew not to after all. They were going to betray each other in the end for now. They only needed each other because they serve the same purpose that they want. And that both includes the death of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Time skip. At the Hidden Rain. He didn't really mind the rain all that much, because he could heat his body up with his fire chakra. At the moment though, his cloak was not wet. The seals that were inside of it prevented from staying wet for too long, as steam was literally weeping off his body. The more he walked in the rain, as he stopped at the highest tower, he then glanced up as he saw the man as usual sitting on the head of the lion. As Naruto placed his foot on the surface as he started to walk up, it didn't take him too long. As he arrived, he stood there in silence with said man as he looked over at the village down below. As the orange-haired man looked toward the street and the rain that was pouring. I have gotten letters from the third Hokage. He wished for the representative of the Hidden Rain to come to Konoha. And he wants to know about you as well, it seems. Just a mere day or so, and you've already got a lot of people wanting to know about you. Well, I'm quite popular, said Naruto as he looked over. But if I assume correctly, you decline, am I right? Having you there would be more problematic than it should be. Yes, I suppose you're right by that. The man said as he looked off into the rain. I assume that you had an encounter with Orochimaru. Yes, I did. Let me guess, he's alive. Yes, he still is, said Naruto. Why do you quickly presume that he's still alive? What if I had killed him? As the man turned towards Naruto. More than me, perhaps. You loathe Konoha even more than me. The hatred in your eyes when you speak. The pain that village had inflicted upon you. I wouldn't think that you would give up the opportunity of watching said village burn, even though it is by the hands of someone like Orochimaru. Maybe you will even join him. Yes, You're right about that, said Naruto. The snake does serve a purpose. So for now he's still alive. Yes, I already assumed that much. Tell me you didn't cause any unwanted attention on us. I know that you have a knack for getting into problems. Well, Ajisai and Lulu. They kept me in check, said Naruto. So you have nothing to worry about. Other from humiliating a few genins and their senseis with my cryptic words, I don't see what problem I cause. Knowing you might say this. But you have other plans behind the scenes that Ajisai and Lulu doesn't know about. I have no idea what you're talking about, said Naruto. Remember, do not kill the Ichibai Jinchuriki. We can't afford to have the Bijus killed. They will take long to reform. And that will be problematic when we do make our move. I wouldn't think of it, said Naruto. I'll be off now. We've been given a month to train and get better. As Pain looked towards Naruto. And I must say, I'm excited for the prospect of showing the strength of the Hidden Rain. After all, the other nations should know. Just because they're the top 5 doesn't mean they have the strongest shinobis. Well, do your best, said Pain. But remember, do not cause any unnecessary trouble. People always tell me that. Am I really that bad? Yes, you are, said Pain. As Naruto smiled to the heavens. Perhaps you're right. Give Conan my best, he said, as he jumped off, diving down towards the ground. As Tendo then spoke, did you speak to the girls? No, not yet, said Conan. As Tendo glanced towards her, you're still worried, aren't you? You feel it too, do you not? Yes, I do. But I also know that he would not defy me. We share the same goals. We want the same thing. And not to mention because of the bloodline that we share. I can tell that he has other plans, but we still want the same thing in the end. So allow him to have his fun and do as he please. But in the end he understands what is for the greater good. Do not let because the both of you possess the same name to blind your mind towards the truth. I know that he's shown that he's to be trusted so far, but you and I both sense the feeling, the aura that he gives off for someone so young. It's dangerous. And I'm not talking about power, it's mindset. Yes, you're right about that. Inform me when you speak to Ajisai and Lulu about his behavior, but for now I implore you not to do anything. He's showing good faith to the Akatsuki and our village. So far, he's bring nothing but aid to this village, and doing everything to show that we can trust him. It might be a ruse, but a child that was broken so badly, who has nowhere else to turn, see that this world needs to change. As Conan just watched him. Time skip. As Conan arrived in the room as it was Lulu inside, as she looked towards her younger cousin. Conan never had anyone to help her in her paper affinity when she was growing up, other than the help from Jiraiya Sensei. But she had to learn most things on her own. So at this age, Lulu was more advanced than her. When Conan was Lulu's age, she wasn't this good yet. But as of now, Conan was still a stronger one. How did it go? So far, everything went fine. He did do some questionable things, but nothing out of the ordinary for him. He still chooses to tolerate us, despite knowing that he's stronger. Yes, that he does. I believe it's a way to show that we can trust him. But you do not, do you? I do not know, Lulu. What do you think? You're a good judge of character as well. Sometimes he can be really unstable. He would have burned the Uchiha and the other Genins if I hadn't stopped him. He then thanked me for stopping him. Sometimes he seemed to can't control himself. You've told me that he went through a lot when he was younger. Perhaps the mental scars are just too much. And sometimes he utterly scares me. Look in his eyes, the way he acts. Sometimes I think he might turn his wrath upon me. And I know that I would die. As Conan looked towards her, do you really think I would let him get away with that? Yes, you might get revenge for me, but I'll still be dead. But as of now, he's showing no ill intent towards any of us. Despite us always telling him to keep out of trouble, he's always been just a bit nicer every time. Yes, I believe that is the act. But Naruto believes that he can be trusted, so I do not know. But for now, just continue to observe him. I hope you weren't caught. As Lulu lowered her head, what did you do? He did phone my papers on him, but he merely shrugged it off as me, trying to find where he was, just in case he got in trouble. I don't think that he suspects anything. Well, even if he does, he's a really good liar. Maybe he is, said Conan. Time skip. You took your sweet time coming here, said Naruto, as he rested in a tree. I was a long way off. The voice of Itachi Uchiha came out from the bottom, as he was under said tree. Well, no problem, said Naruto. I just wanted to inform you. I met your brother at the Chunin exams. You did? And how is Sasuke coming along, Itachi asks, as Naruto glanced down towards Itachi. As his story that he told the third was a lie. But he did know Itachi, from the Akatsuki that is. Itachi knew that he was a Uchiha, as he was the one that warned him about Danzo, and told him that the man was a rather crafty fellow, and to watch out for him, and he was right. Oh yeah, you're right about Danzo. He tried to have me taken. Here's a release you, I suspect, Itachi said. Yes, he's much nicer than I remember. Oh yes, as for your brother, it seems that the humiliation Orochimaru received from you made him realize that he could not take your body, so he went after your brother. But you don't have to worry, I stopped him. Did you kill him? No, he got away. He got away, said Itachi. Yes. From you, Itachi asks. Well, I had different matters at hand, said Naruto. And we couldn't fight for real. He was too afraid of alerting the Hokage, so he was watered down. That is more of a reason for you to kill him, Itachi said. I suspect that you're right, said Naruto, but he still got away. Back to the point of the matter. I defeated your brother. I was in the process of breaking him, because I was surely disappointed, Itachi, given who you are. To most people, you're like a god, a ninja with unprecedented power. You were able to become an ANBU captain at such an early age. But I tell you, Itachi, I don't know what Sasuke has been doing for the past 16 years. At the moment, he only has 2. 2 of them in his Sharingan, and he was an utter disappointment. I had to make him hate me, just like how he hated you, so I defeated him rather soundly. But he's still alive and in well condition. I also let him pass on to the other round. Why are you so invested in this, Itachi asks. Well, you taught me a few things, Itachi, but I've never seen what you can truly do. So I'm looking forward to the day when you and Sasuke can truly duke it out, where you and him can go all out and clash to see how the power of the Uchihas have dipped, or perhaps it has strengthened over time. You've come to pride yourself a lot on being a Uchiha, said Itachi. Well, considering that I'm one of the few alive, said Naruto. Well, we can thank you for that, said Naruto. I should be happy, I guess. Yes, I suppose you're right, Itachi said. Tell me, did the people recognize you, he asks. Yes, they did, said Naruto. I mean, I haven't changed that much. My hair still hide my eyes, the whisker marks and all that. The moment I stepped foot back in the air, the hatred was intense. You don't seem to mind, Itachi said. Why should I, said Naruto. They're just ignorant fools, and they're not really my problem. What do you intend to do? Asked Itachi. Well, for one thing, I would like to fight Orochimaru again. And this time perhaps I'll kill him. I mean, he has betrayed the Akatsuki. Seeing that I'll become a member soon enough. Also strive to collect the tail pieces, I think that it is within my right to put him down once and for all. After all, if he's left to his own devices, he can become truly a dangerous man. Yes, that is for certain, said Itachi. But you don't have to worry, said Naruto as he hopped out of a tree and landed behind him. I won't let him take Sasuke. He's too important at the moment. You speak like you have an ulterior motive, Itachi asks. Perhaps, said Naruto. I'm in this world a tricky place. One can never know the full extent of one ability, or one will, said Naruto as he started to walk away. I'll speak to you soon, Itachi. Itachi watched Naruto leave, as he's known Naruto since he was much younger. But this person that he knew now, and the one that used to be happy in the village before all the mistreatment and the hatred took over him, was two different persons. This person would choke you until a light leave your eyes, and smile while he's doing it. Time skip. Lulu found Naruto. She found him coming out of a, brothel, as she was outside. Ah, I'm surprised that you're here, said Naruto. Were you waiting for me? She glanced towards the brothel, before she glanced back towards him. Don't you judge me, said Naruto. Life is a truly beautiful thing. To let it go to waste by not enjoying every aspect of it would be rather shameful, said Naruto as he stepped forward, rather close to her. She didn't say anything though as she just looked at him. And you, my dear, are not enjoying life. Perhaps you should start soon before it goes away. What do you mean by that, she asks. Oh, it's not a threat, said Naruto. I'm merely stating something after all. We can never know when we're gonna die. This world is a complicated, twisted place. Let's get back to the topic of hand, she said. I want to know what you plan to do in the finals. You know about the sneak invasion. What do you plan to do about him? Perhaps I'll kill him, said Naruto. He's a traitor after all. I don't know yet. But I want to see what Konoha has to offer in the finals. I'll be facing off against this Rock Lee. He's a part of the group of the Hyuga, while he's not ninjutsu related from what I can saw, judging from his knuckles and the bandage on his hands. Pure taijutsu. I'm looking forward to have a little dance with him. I've heard about the famous Mike guy from Konoha. He's said to be the best taijutsu expert in the world. And I'm looking forward to spar with his student. You fighting off against him is a bit unfair. After all, if he does not possess ninjutsu, how could he stand a chance against you? Perhaps I'll not use ninjutsu. You will handicap yourself, she said, just for a good fight. What if you lose? Then I lose, said Naruto. What's the point of training to near death for 10 years if you can't beat a mere genin? I suppose you're right. You would truly be pathetic, and there will be no point of you living. Huh, that's harsh, said Naruto. So is that all you came to speak to me about? Or perhaps you wish me to take you on a date? As she narrowed her gaze. Why would you say that? Well, we have been friends for a long time now. And sometimes friendship can turn into romance. And besides, you've shown no interest in any other guy around here. Most of them see you as the next Lady Angel, and you brush them off like they're absolutely nothing, like they're not worth your time, but here you are, looking for me. I feel honored. You should not. That is all I wish to know, as she started to walk off. As Naruto reached out to grab her hand, but he paused. She felt the sensation, even though he didn't touch her. She glanced towards him. As he looked at his hand, he then pocketed back his hand. Well then, Lulu, I'll see you very soon. After all, I can't allow myself to get too sloppy now, can I? And with that, he was gone, as Lulu looked down towards her hand that he nearly touched, before she made her way off. Time skip. Well, it took you longer to find me than I thought, said Naruto, as he was currently looking down towards a waterfall. This was not just any waterfall. The thing was gigantic. Down below there was a river that if you were not careful it could sweep you away, and you would never be found again. The masked man stood beside Naruto. Orochimaru's not dead, he said. He got away from me. He got away from you. Yes, said Naruto. The place was packed with Jennies, and they were really annoying, and not to mention, I had to protect Sasuke. Yes, keep him away from the snake. We might need him for the future. Yes, we do, said Naruto. What did you do to him? Why would you assume I speak? Said the masked man. Fine. You don't have to be so harsh, said Naruto. I was merely making conversation. You delay around the point for too long. And sometimes, you don't even answer the question. Alright, fine, said Naruto. We spoke. I might have broken a few bones, but nothing that cannot be healed. I just wanted to see what he was capable of, and he disappointed me. He disappointed you. And he's alive. You told me not to kill him. Yes, I did tell you that. Is he able to compete in the finals after what you did? I didn't break him that badly, said Naruto. He passed out before I could get any real damage in. Did you expose your eyes or yourself? No. As far as they know, I am still just Naruto Uzumaki, just a bit stronger. This time, if you have the chance, do not delay. And find out where Orochimaru has the ring, and bring it back to us. And take his head as well. I will, said Naruto. As the masked man started to suck himself away in a swirling vortex. The moment he was gone, Naruto's nails started to dig into the solid earth, before he took several deep breaths and closed his eyes. As Naruto entered in his mindscape, he first remembered when he came in there first, and the fox had growled and shouted at him. The fox was a beast of so much power that frightened him, and it wanted to kill him, so he was naturally afraid. At the moment though, as he calmly made his way, as a growl could be heard. When will you kill him? The deep voice of the fox spoke. Not yet, said Naruto. You have certainly grown stronger. Why not try to kill him now? There are still things at play. As the fox scoffed, he manipulated and used you. Not to remember. I told you that he was the one that used me to kill your parents. Well, from what I can remember, you were the one that killed my parents. Yes, but he started it. Yes, and I am angry, said Naruto. I know you are. When you show anger, that is just false. But when you are really calm, that is when you're truly angry. You have always been a rather odd one. Yes, I have, said Naruto. As for him, he will die soon enough, said Naruto. You're right, he did manipulate me. He used me. He tricked me, but in a sense I'm grateful. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be this powerful. And I would still be in Konoha being mistreated, or I would be dead. Because I believe they would have found me at the valley at the end and just took me back. And then I would be under constant supervision for running away. And almost killing myself. So which one would you have liked, said Naruto? To be in prison in Konoha with me, or be free? And how exactly am I free? We talk about this, said Naruto. The fox scoffed. Talks, that is all you do. As Naruto sighed. While I appreciate all the information you've given to me, I suggest that you remain calm. We've been able to understand each other because we have one thing in particular. We want to gut that masked man. So behave yourself, said Naruto. Getting all riled up is gonna solve nothing. The fox huffed as he leaned back down in his paws, as he just glanced towards the brat. How he hated those eyes, but Naruto never showed him his eyes. His hair was always in the way. What about the one with the Rinnegan? He's a lot stronger, not to mention with those eyes. He claims to be a god, but he does have the power of one. Yes, Nagato, said Naruto. A truly dangerous person, said Naruto. But he will be betrayed in the end, but not by me. Perhaps he might see that my goal will be better for this world. If he does not, I suppose we'll have to fight, and one of us will have to die. I sure hope it's not me. You're always so nonchalant about your life. Well, considering that you tried to end it countless times when you were younger, I can see the reason. Life is a tricky game. There isn't much point of trying to play it that hard, because if you do, it will drive you insane. Always with your philosophy bullshit. You annoy me, leave. As Naruto chuckled a bit, just go ahead and sleep. And rest. When the time comes, we will be ready. As the fox closed his eyes, as Naruto got to his feet, he looked down towards the rushing waterfall down below. Before he released himself, as he started to fall, he closed his eyes. It would be so easy just to fall and everything just go away. All the stress, all the pain, all the memories, it will just vanish. Everything, he would be freed. But he was not one to give up, and he had things to do. As Naruto's eyes snapped open, the next moment a massive wave exploded out of the water with Naruto riding on top of it. Time skip. Sasuke Uchiha was not a happy person. It was only a few days left until the finals that were coming up very shortly. For the past month, he has been busting his ass in training. He had been rather angry at Kakashi to train him everything that he knew so he could be ready to get his revenge. Perhaps he was also doing this to get revenge for Sakura as well, in a way. Despite not liking her that much, she was a part of his team. And what that guy did to her. As Naruto had told her that either she break or either she grew stronger, but Sakura broke. Whatever Naruto did to her, it affected her mind on a subatomic level, to the point where she started to scream when she wake up, shaking in fear as her parents tried to calm her down, but she was unresponsive most time, just looking through the window. The slightest sound caused her to jump in fright. They had to send her towards the psychiatric ward. It pissed Sasuke off that this guy came from the hidden rain and demolished them all like that. Choji had survived, but he had lost a lot of blood, and he was weak for days. Ino, on the other hand, was able to be pulled out of her medical-induced coma that was forced upon her, but her mind was hurt by it. For the past few weeks, she had been in a state in the hospital where she was barely responsive. As she had entered his mind, something had affected her badly. When Inoichi tried to enter his daughter's mind to try and fix it, all he saw was fire. Pure hot, raging fire. And he could not even seal away the memories. They were so imbued in her psyche that they were hard to get rid of. But she was coming along, and she was returning back to her normal state. But they weren't sure if she would remain at Kunoichi afterwards. On the other hand, Sakura seems like she would have to give up the Kunoichi career and become a normal civilian, as the girl was too afraid to even go outside nowadays, as that mentally scarred her. Whatever he showed her, he hurt her badly, not to mention. As she was on the brink of death, luckily she was safe. Sasuke was pissed off at that. As for Sai, he didn't even know what was going on through his head. As Sasuke was currently lying in bed, he would make that bastard pay and show him not to screw with an Uchiha. And also, he wanted to know about Itachi as well. He would make him tell him everything about Itachi, and then Sasuke heard a noise downstairs. As he was confused. As far as he knew, he was the only one that lived in this goddamn house. So who the hell was in his house? At first he wondered if it was Kakashi, but the man would have come to him directly. As Sasuke pulled a Konan and calmly made his way down, Sasuke arrived to the kitchen as he heard whistling. That is when he saw steam, as a cup of coffee was there on the table waiting for him. While looking through the window was none other than Naruto, with another cup of coffee in his hand. Ah, you're awake. Sasuke lost himself in rage as he rushed forward, Konan in hand, all before BAM! He was thrown as he smashed into the wall. As Naruto lowered his leg. Come on now, Sasuke, you almost spilled my coffee, said Naruto. Sasuke launched the kunai as Naruto turned the handle of the mug, allowing the kunai to slip right through it, as he then caught it before it could go into the wall. Destroying your decor, Sasuke, that's not really a good idea. As Naruto placed the kunai down on the table, Sasuke launched himself as he threw a fist as Naruto dug underneath it, sipping on his coffee. Sasuke was about to activate his Sharingan. "Stop," said Naruto, his tone coming off as commanded, freezing Sasuke for a moment. "If you wish to know anything about Itachi, I would refrain from attacking me." That caught him off guard, as he grit his teeth. "How did you get in here?" "It wasn't hard," said Naruto. As Sasuke narrowed his gaze, "Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you right now." "I just gave you a good one, Itachi." Sasuke grit his teeth as he clenched his fists. "Fine, speak." As Naruto sat down, "I never said I would tell you anything. I just said if you hurt me, you would not know about him." Sasuke gripped the kunai as he brought it towards Naruto's throat. "Go ahead. Kill me," said Naruto. "Perhaps it's my time to die. I mean, life is truly a piece of crap, isn't it? So go ahead. Take mines. I mean, that would make you an Uchiha. We are bloodthirsty people, right?" Sasuke froze at that word. "We?" As Naruto reached up and combed his hair back, Sasuke was shocked as he saw Naruto's hair pulled back to show his eyes. Sasuke did not understand. "Kakashi told me about you. He told me that you once lived here. I don't remember much, seeing that it was the first year of the academy. But there was a blonde in the classroom with black strands in his hair. That's you, if I'm not mistaken." "Yes, we didn't speak much. Well, we never spoke," said Naruto. "So I don't see why you would remember me, so yeah. I was a ninja of this village. But you see, Sasuke, because I contained the Kyuubi, people hated me." Sasuke narrowed his gaze. "Oh, you're saying I didn't tell you that?" "You see, Sasuke, the fourth Hokage cannot kill a beast that is made purely from chakra, so he sealed it inside of a newborn baby. And that happened to be me. And for that I was hated." Sasuke was confused, as he couldn't understand. You may be asking yourself why. Well, they couldn't stand their loss, so they turned their hatred on me. And Sasuke, put this in your perspective, I was just a 3-year-old child when the beating started. Until I was 6 years old and I couldn't take it anymore. So yes, I ran away from this village. And now I'm back. To what? Kill everyone? Sasuke asked. "Yes," said Naruto. Before he smirked, "I'm just kidding," he said. As he then focused on Sasuke, "I'm actually here for you." Sasuke narrowed his gaze. "For me?" "Why?" he asked. "Because, Sasuke, at the level that you are right now, Itachi would obliterate you. And I want to see what he's fully capable of. Did you know Itachi trained me?" "Itachi what?" "Yes, just for a brief moment. When he found out I was a Uchiha as well. We sparred a couple of times, but I never saw what he was truly capable of. And I want to see him in action, the man that was able to massacre his entire clan. I want to see him in action. And you are the only one that can push him, Sasuke. Because you are the only one that you will fight to his limit." "But Sasuke, over the past couple of years you have been nothing but a..." Sasuke eyes activated, showing a 3-totem Sharingan. "Ah, I see you have improved. You took my word to heart. What of your teammate?" "You broke her," said Sasuke, gritting his teeth. "I don't know if she will be a shinobi ever again. Perhaps that is for the good." "How is that for the good?" Sasuke said. "Think about it. If I didn't break her here and now, if she didn't decide to quit the life of a shinobi, she would die on the field. Yes, a painful, miserable death. Or perhaps even worse. Unable to defend herself. Imagine if a group of experienced ninjas caught onto her. What do you think they would do to her, Sasuke? They wouldn't just merely kill her. They would take advantage of her, and she would truly suffer. Then what about Ino? Why? And what did you do to her?" "She was like your other friend. That blonde, I presume she's the one you're talking about." "Yes, I remember hearing one of the pineapple heads said that. She tried to enter my mind. Well, she shouldn't have done that. I presume that she's okay now." "She's still not 100%. But neither girls, look, like they will be kunoichis ever again. Well, they did not fit as kunoichis, they were nothing but pathetic garbage. Sasuke moved forward as he was angered by that. Just the way Naruto spoke to him, it was just pissing him off, and not to mention, now knowing that he was a Uchiha. But Sasuke's instincts kicked in as he jumped away. As Naruto merely smiled, Sasuke looked at his hands. What was that feeling? I warned you, Sasuke, not to attack me. And you jumped away from me. Do you know something, Sasuke? If you and I were at the same strength level, jumping away from me would be a good thing. But at the moment, Sasuke, Naruto tapped Sasuke in the chest. Moving away from me is not really possible because you're not fast enough to escape. Sasuke was shocked. He was just there one moment. So running is kind of out of the idea. How? How are you this strong? Would you like to know, Sasuke? Would you like to obtain this power to rival your brother and to even kill him? Would you want this power for yourself? And I'm not only speaking of the Sharingan, Sasuke. As Naruto's eyes shifted, Sasuke was taken aback. Mangetsu, he said. And that's not all, Sasuke. Power to crush anyone beneath your feet. Power to trample nations. Power to rule over like a god. Do you wish for those powers, Sasuke? To get revenge? To make Itachi pay for slaughtering his own mother and his father, who were relatively the same to you, and the rest of the clan, leaving you by yourself alone to suffer in pain? Do you want this power, Sasuke? Said Naruto, as his tone was raising every time he spoke. Sasuke was taken aback. The aura, he could now feel it, and it was stifling. As Sasuke dropped to one knee. I apologize, said Naruto. I tend to get a bit overworked when I'm happy. As he gave Sasuke a hand, Sasuke looked at said hand. He gripped it tightly. Tell me everything that you know about Itachi now, he said, as Naruto merely smiled. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see next part, do like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, guys, go ahead and check out the rest of what is coming your way over in the making and making too. And yeah, I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.